for undersea warfare. If I were to propose an amendment to the NDAA increasing the number of submarines for fiscal year 25 to 2 instead of the 1, would you oppose it?
I wouldn't oppose it, Senator, but I certainly would be hopeful that the resources aren't taken away from other critical programs that we're trying to execute on right now as well.
Well, would you agree with me that the best way to increase the number of submarine production from 1 to 2.3 is not to cut, but to send a signal to the defense industrial base, including suppliers, that we're going to be making real steps toward that goal of 2.3.
I think we need to help industry by making the investments that you have made in the submarine industrial base to the tune of $15 billion. We have currently 11 additional submarines that are in construction, 3 additional ones under contract in order to get the production rate up. But if we can't deliver those submarines on time, that also presents opportunity costs, where in a year where we're fiscally constrained, we basically won't be able to do other things that are critically important to the enterprise as well.
Well, I think you appreciate that the suppliers, the defense industrial base, take a very strong signal from that cut. I'll give you an example. Collins and Jewell in Basra, Connecticut, is a critical supplier of structural welding fabrication. Before the FY25 budget release, they were preparing a $2 million investment with Micro Precision, another critical Connecticut supplier, to expand their facilities in the state so they could hire more workers from the manufacturing pipeline initiative in the state of Connecticut. After that budget release, on hold. Hillary Company in Groton, they specialize in solid modeling software for advanced design fabrication, metal welding and joining. They plan to upgrade their water jet in order to increase capacity to serve production at Electric Boat. On hold. I could name.
So that's exactly what the resources in the submarine industrial base investment are designed to do, to actually help those companies. I'd be happy to reach out to those companies and see where we could actually provide them with the funds to make the CapEx investments that they need to make.
Well, they need a signal that we're moving from 1 submarine this year to 2 submarines so they can plan. They need dollars. They don't need words from me or, with all due respect, from you.
But I'm not just providing words. We're providing resources in the submarine industrial base of $15 billion.
Well, they need purchase orders is what they need.
Well,
they need purchase orders that come from Electric Boat, which are using dollars that come from the United States of America.
But we have 11 submarines that are actually under construction right now. We have 3 additional submarines that are under contract. 14 submarines is an enormous investment in what we need for the future. If the production rates had been, and if the industry actually had invested more of their own money as well too, and the CapEx investments and other investments they need to make to get the production rates out, we'd be in a better place overall.
I see no plan. I see an explanation for why we're behind, but no plan to cover.
We're working there is a plan, Senator. We are working very aggressively with all those vendors and with the primes as well.
Can you give us a plan?
Absolutely, sir. We have plans in place, and we'll show you exactly what we're doing with the entire submarine industrial base investment that you've been so helpful to us in providing.
Let me ask you about the Xavier Sander Act. It's named after a young man from Connecticut who committed suicide because he was on the USS Washington, which was under repair in maintenance. He was confined to the ship, or he was on the ship, living there while it was under maintenance, and we passed a law that provides that base allowance can be provided to enlisted men when they are on ships that are in maintenance. Maybe you or Admiral Franchetti can update me as to what progress is being made in implementing that law.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have basically want to make sure that our sailors have a separation from their work and their life space. So when they are on the ship, in the shipyard, We've given the flexibility to move them off the ship to have housing outside of the ship and when it is not habitable.
My time has expired, but I would appreciate in writing an update from you elaborating on that answer.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Senator Blumenthal. Senator Schmidt, Phillies.
Thank you, Secretary Del Toro. I have a question. So do you believe, recruiting is down 20% last year? So far, it's on pace, it's down 30% this year. Do you